Brahma Guru Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Wonder of Wonders, the English rendering of Paramahamsa Sadguru SriSatupasi, Kannada Classic, Mahadascharya, Audio, Chapter 3. Om Shri Guru Dattaya Namaha. Sri Kanneshwara Worshipping by Coconut Offering. When I was studying in 7th standard, my father said, "Don't go to school hereafter, graze cattle." His word is Veda Vakya, an inviolable commandment. I took to grazing cattle. I had a friend by name Shivanna who was also grazing cattle. He was a very good person. Whenever I found time, I was going to Kanneshwara temple without being noticed by any. No matter how intense or dedicated was my worship, I didn't offer coconut to God. I had no money to buy a coconut. I felt that I should offer a coconut somehow as a part of my worship. It wasn't possible. One day, Shivana and I drove cattle to graze and we were sitting. He had worn an old shirt. In those days, such shirts themselves were a rarity. One day, unfolding his shirt sleeve, he showed me a 5 rupee note and hid it again in its folds. The very next moment, it was only then that I saw a 5 rupee note. It was a rare sight. Somehow or other I should get the 5 rupee note from him and get a fruit coconut puja worship. I decided and I asked, "Shivappa, my friend, lend me 5 rupees. Within the next year, I will return it." This is how he replied, "Abba, that is the end. If I give you 5 rupees, I should imagine I have already received it. How carefully I am keeping it, do you have any idea? What do you know? How adroitly I have picked it up from my mother's leaf and nuts pouch?" he said. Once again he showed me the note, unfolding his shirt sleeve and hid it again. "Look," he would say, to draw my attention, and would fold his sleeves again. "Look, I will graze your cattle for as many days as you want, but give that 5 rupees," I almost begged. "Oh no, how is it possible?" he would say and fold his sleeve. This went on for some time. He wouldn't give and I wouldn't stop asking. At last he came out and said, "I will give you free, in fact give it away, this 5 rupees if you do as I say." "Tell me what it is," I asked. "Disrobed, you should go somersaulting without a break, a furlong on the tar road, without veering either to the right or to the left. You should do so continuously until the furlong stone is reached," he said. Forthwith I said, "Yes," and I started naked, disrobing myself. It was around noon, the heat of the summer. The road is molten hot. I went on somersaulting continuously, straight, without veering to either of the sides. According to the agreement, it was his role to announce the stone is reached. He said, "The furlong stone is reached." I was happy and did one more and stood up and demanded, "Now, give me the money." Then he said, "No, while doing the last somersault, you veered to the right, and so I won't give 5 rupees. No matter how much I begged, he stuck to his stand. Blood was oozing out from my arm and my back. The entire body appeared scratched. He didn't give, no matter what I did. He came back again. "Look, there is this telephonic pole. If you touch the wire after climbing the pole and come down before count 25, I will give you this 5 rupee, he said. "And that's all right. This time shouldn't deceive," I said and went on near the pole. The whole of my back is burning, feeling thirsty and no water to drink. Somehow I must win this and offer and break the coconut and fruits to Kanneshwara. I said to myself and climbed up the pole with great speed. Bara bara bara. By the time I could touch the wires, I heard him counting 20. Thinking that he will soon finish counting, I slid down the pole. Jarr, holding the pole loose. I would finish. I held the pole loose and slid down rapidly. When I fell down on the ground, he finished counting 25. Now give me, brother, I asked. The inward sides of my 2 elbows and 2 thighs are deeply scratched and scraped. No, I won't. While climbing up, you did step by step, but while coming down, you just slid down. Without coming step by step, I won't give, he said. I felt that my stomach was aflame, and for a second I rolled down on the ground. I burst into tears, sobbing out my heart. He didn't even care to look at me. He had gone and stood near the bullocks. Reviving myself after some time, I went to him again. Friend, is this the way you do? I had fallen on the ground within the 25 counts you had determined. Then why don't you give? I asked. No, while climbing up you did a certain way, and while coming down you have glided down. That's why I won't give, he reiterated. Weeping, I sat down, just bare body for a second, unable to withstand burning sensation and distress. Herding all bullocks at one place, he came before me once again and showed me 5 rupees, unfolding his sleeves and folding them again. I told myself, what can I do? I have acted as he had said. It's he alone who is deceiving. Good and auspicious will not accrue to him. It's not possible for me to do fruits and coconut worship to Kanneshwara. Maybe he is not interested, I lamented. Once again he came to me to say, I invite you to one more contest. I'll give away this 5 rupees truly if you win. He had thrown a challenge to me, who had no strength to stand up, no voice to reply. Taking courage in my hands, I said, why not? What is it? I asked. Look, I say, let us fight a wrestling bout. Let's see who wins between the two of us. If you win, 5 rupees is yours indeed, he said. Enthusiasm within but sapped of strength I was. Moreover, he is older to me by 5 or 6 years. Was strong and sturdy. I lean as skeleton. A tiger mauled. Come, let's see. Matters little, if dead or remain alive. Thinking so, I stood up, unable to rise, shook my body. Blood is oozing, reddened body with scratches. Outcoming blood is coagulated. The entire body is stout, strained and cracked. Calling out Shiva Shiva, I enter the bout. I had decided that I shouldn't fall flat no matter what or how he tries. He was scratching, pinching my reddened back with his fingers. Each one was not loosening his hold on the other under any circumstance. Each one was falling aside one after the other, only to rise up again. The back shouldn't touch earth. That was the goal. For 2 hours I fought with him this wise. Finally I pinned him down, holding firmly his neck. I sat on his chest. Aren't you defeated now? I said, and pressed him further, screaming, Defeated? He, lying flat on his back, picked up a palm-sized rotten stone and pushed it straight into my left eyeball. I was sitting bent down on his chest, thinking that my eyeball is punctured, unable to tolerate the pain. I fell back, letting loose my grip on him. He ran away. Holding my eye delicately with my left palm, I looked around with my right eye. I thought, I shouldn't let him free, wherever he may hide himself, because I have won and Bhagavanta will appreciate even if I take his prana, that is, extinguish his breath. He was returning with the cattle driven for grazing in the farmland. It was depressed land. Holding a palm-sized round stone in my right hand, I stood straight in front of him. I had covered my left eye with my left hand. I stood holding a powerful round stone in my right hand. He was coming at a distance of 10 yards. He saw me. If you desire to leave any further, throw that 5 rupee note at me from where you are. Otherwise, your chest will be split into two with this round stone in my hand. Who? I roared, I shouted. Instantly unfolding his sleeves, Paravara, he flung that 5 rupee note at me. Picking up that note, I returned home. My mother asked, "What has happened to your eye?" "Nothing. I fell down and hurt it," I said. She fried salt and hot poulticed the eye. Pain diminished without delaying any further. I did puja to Kanneshwara, bringing fruits, coconut, incense, sticks, and camphor. There's no limit to my joy that day. I do not know where all the pain in the legs and hands, in the bruised body and in the eye, all of them went. My friend, who fought with me that day in that manner, is yet a very good fellow. I do not know what had happened to him that day. Anyway, Sri Guru Kanneshwara Swami fulfilled my desire in this style. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat.